Have you ever wondered why some individuals and relationships need a lot of time, space, independence, and freedom to do their own thing, while other individuals may tend to prioritize connection and closeness in a relationship? And have you ever looked at how these different needs and expectations for how we give and receive love can actually be deal breakers, or in other words, make or break a relationship dynamic? Well, in today's video, we're going to do a deep dive into exactly that. In this video, we're going to cover exactly what attachment styles are and more specifically what the dismissive avoidant attachment style is, how this attachment style comes about, what some of the key characteristics are to recognizing this attachment style, to seeing if this is you or perhaps somebody in your life. And then we'll dive into exactly what the underlying programming is or conditioning around what this individual tends to expect and fear in the relationships. And my hope for you is that by understanding more about this topic, you'll be able to relate better to this person or understand yourself better if you are this person and have insider information into what really can make our relationships thrive. Dismissive avoidant. They're almost the opposite of the anxiously attached style in many ways. They tend to grow up in a childhood where there's a lot of emotional neglect, but that neglect is consistent. So, in other words, it's so pervasive that the child learns, well, I can't really rely on my parents to get my emotional needs met. The only problem is that a dismissive avoidant attachment style doesn't have the ability to understand that. They don't have the child doesn't have the ability to say, my parents are emotionally unavailable because children personalize everything. So instead, what happens is the child who can't get their needs met for attunement, for connection that we're actually wired for, that child instead will go, okay, something must be wrong with me that I can't get my needs met. And this child will internalize a lot of shame. And as a result of that, not only will they say, okay, I need to distance myself from other people and become hyper independent because I can't rely on somebody for my emotional needs. But they will go so far as to, make sure that they keep people at an arm's length. And they will be afraid of being vulnerable again because as a vulnerable child, to yearn for emotional closeness, to yearn for attunement, and to not get it just feels like a consistent rejection. So essentially, the adaptation that this child makes going into their adult life is they learn, I need to not rely on other people in order to stay safe and to feel in control. I also need to keep distance from people so that they don't see that something's wrong with me. And again, these are subconscious ideas, right? These are sort of like behaviors and emotional feelings somebody will feel. They may not be able to put this into words, although they may resonate with that when they hear this. And so the child will essentially try to make sure as an adult they keep space. They don't want to feel vulnerable. They then see their own emotions as a weakness. And there may be a common theme in a dismissive avoidant household where the parents of a dismissive avoidant attachment style even go so far as to actively shame emotions. So like, oh, don't be such a crybaby. No one wants to hear your tears. Man up, or be strong. You have to be tougher than that. So this individual grows up thinking, okay, my emotions are weak and they are bad. They will get me rejected. There's no point trying to rely on other people. Something is wrong with me at my core that I can't get my needs met. And so I'm really scared to deeply attach to people and to feel vulnerable and then feel trapped, helpless, and powerless in relationships. And so this becomes the dismissive avoidant attachment style's reality. And as an adult, they will often attach to individuals. And then as soon as they start to form this attachment bond, they will suddenly push the person away when they feel too close or when they feel too vulnerable. And so you may see somebody show up really well in the early stages of dating, but as soon as things get too serious or vulnerable, it makes a dismissive avoidant feel very deeply uncomfortable. And they may sabotage relationships by leaving things so that they don't have to feel their feelings or feel too much emotion. I just want to jump in here and let you know that we are doing a 14-day free trial to the All Access Membership Pass at PDS, which means you get access to literally everything inside of the school. And this includes the 4 live webinars I do with our students every single week. And on top of that, you get access to all of our different courses. We have over 55 different courses on relationships, communication, boundaries, emotional mastery, guilt and shame, learning your needs, so many different facets that are really important to master our lives and feel really good about our lives going forward. And last but not least, there's a daily community event We have trained facilitators and coaches who are in there doing that work, showing up to support you on your journey every single day. Please join me on the other side. Come check it out. See if it's a fit for you. I'd love to see you there. Go ahead and sign up by clicking the link in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching. If you're enjoying this channel and if you want to do a much deeper dive into everything love style, attachment style related, please consider subscribing. I put almost daily videos out here, just all about the subconscious mind, personal development, but especially related to attachment styles and relationships. Thank you so much for watching.